Today, we're taking a look at the brand new 2019 Santa Cruz 5010. This 5010 is the third iteration of the 5010 lineup for Santa Cruz. And along with some geometry tweaks and updates to this 130 millimeter travel all mountain bike, that's right, it can fit plus size tires. So this new 5010 comes in sizes extra small to extra large and is available either in a plus size or in a standard 2.3 inch size. So when you order this in a plus size like we have here, it will come stock with some 27.5 by 2.6 Maxxis Recon in the rear and then a Maxxis Minion up front. It also is set up where you can get this in a standard 2.3 inch size, but the plus size models have a wide enough wheel, in fact a 35 millimeter race face rim, that's going to be able to run as wide as a 2.8 inch into the back of the bike. So that's going to be one of the biggest changes for this new 5010. Now, just because it can run plus size, it's not actually going to be able to run your 29ers. So this is still a 650B only bike with nice short chain stays, really allowing for a super great ride, great handling, and great performance, while being able to give you the option of that plus size tire or not. So with the new geometry, this is going to have a much longer reach and a slacker head tube than the generations before. So in a size large, you're going to get a 456 millimeter reach in the low setting, a 66.2 degree head tube angle, and then a 74.9 degree seat tube angle. This bike is also going to have a high setting as well. And how that gets adjusted is right on the shock back here. You've got a high and a low mounting point for the shock. I'll show that to you in just a minute. Basically, with this new revised geometry, it's going to allow this bike to handle the trails even better than the old one, with the longer reach giving you a little more room and a slacker head tube, extending the capabilities of this bike even further. The 5010 is always set up with nice short chain stays, real playful handling, and it's a great bike for somebody who's looking both for a bike that can climb like a cross-country bike, but descend much better. Now, our particular spec we have here, this is a 5010C. Now, the C means it's a carbon frame front and rear triangle. It's also available in an aluminum frame or a CC ultralight carbon frame. Now, this is the S build, so you get GX Eagle set up with some stylo cranks from Truvative, a Fox 34 performance up front, which that uses the grip damper, of course some awesome SRAM Guide R brakes, and then in the back you get a Fox DPX2 rear shock, the extended reservoir. So as we look at the rear link here, we've got the high and low setting for the shock. That'll actually steepen or slacken the head tube angle, as well as drop the bottom bracket height by 4 millimeters. That's what helps to accommodate the ability to run the plus size tires or the standard 650B. Now, they've got revised geometry on the VPP setup. So this is 2 counter-rotating links to create a true 4-bar linkage. And the first 30% of the travel is pretty flat. So that's going to aid in suspension handling, the ability to keep the tire on the ground and add some real traction. And then the remaining 70% is going to be progressive, which is going to really give you a nice ramp to make this bike feel good, even as you start bringing it in to the extremes of its handling. Now, Guide R brakes, of course your post mount on this bike, that Fox 34 front shock looks awesome, and this is just a really, really nice setup. The new carbon frame has much better internal routing. You can actually see it pops in, and the thing I definitely like about it is instead of having zip ties running to the back, it actually is going to run inside the rear triangle to the rear brake or to the rear shifting. You do still get the accommodation for 2 water bottle cage bolts, so that way you'll still be able to run a water bottle cage on the bike, and in fact you can add a second right here if you wanted to. So now that we've taken a look at the bike, let's go ahead, throw it onto the scale, and we'll see exactly what this bike weighs. So we'll go ahead and pick it up. Now this is a size medium in a S275 plus build, and the total weight of this bike is just over 27.5 pounds. So thanks for watching this video on the 2019 Santa Cruz 5010. Go ahead and like the video and share with me your thoughts down in the comments below. And as always, click that subscribe button so you can see more videos like this into the future.